I'm James Haskell, welcome back along. Now I'm with Travis Allan. You would have seen his Twitter all about MAT and RTS. Travis is a resistance training specialist. Now I've trained the same way for the last 11 years. This season I've tried to update things. I want to get my range of movement back, I want to get my mobility back, and I want to improve my resistance training, get my profiles of movement really good. You are the man who's been taking me through that. We're outside in Shoreditch, hence the very fashionable graffiti. We're going to take us to a workout outside that's going to really get a really good resistance profile and help us out.
Yeah, so we're not in the gym, so we're going to do our best to manipulate some forces outside and give James a good workout with limited equipment, okay, mainly using our body weight, and we've got a couple of bands here as well. We're going to start with a press up, intention press up. So what that means is we're going to push in as hard as we can, okay, to use the friction of the concrete to skew the force to get these bad boys working as hard as we can. So it's all about the pecs, okay, it's all about increasing the time under tension. So we're looking at a 60-second rep, 20 seconds down, 20-second pause at the bottom, isometric, and 20 seconds to return on the concentric.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is another variation of that press up.
That's right, we're going to manipulate this a little bit differently. When we're in the gym, you see a lot of guys making the same exercise redundant, not changing the resistance profile. So what we want to do here is we want to approximate the origin and the attachment of the muscle as best we can. It's all about getting that muscle as short as we can under tension, okay, and then taking it away. So because we're in the street, what we're going to do is we're going to look to do that in an inverse of joint action is what we call it. So we're going to get you go down into the press up, you're going to come up, you're going to reach across, and what's going to happen is you're going to shorten the pec on the opposing side because it's on the ground, and you're going to be taking yourself across towards it.
I don't think people realise quite how painful this stuff is doing it. I did a couple of sessions the other day, I almost died, but that's where you get the guns and the pipes
and the swans.
And the swans.
Okay, so the next exercise after that is we're going to do a variation of the mountain climber. So everyone's probably seen this one where we're on our feet and hands, we're looking to bring the knees in, work a little bit of core, but unfortunately in this exercise there's not much resistance. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our little band into this, and we're going to create a resistance profile where we can get a little bit more challenge in those shorter positions again, work the abs a little bit more, and we're also going to increase the friction by pulling our hands back, which in turn is going to help create more of a resistance profile for the abdominals.
Next exercise?
Next one, we're going to turn it around, get a little posterior action going on, so we're going to do a little bit of glute work, not just for the ladies but also for the men. I know the ladies out there like a nice tight pair of glutes as well. Probably a little bit more percolated than that, but yeah. Hey, what we're going to do is we're going to take this band again and we're going to do some posterior work. So we're going to do hip extension with a little bit of external rotation, work on your glute max, and then we're also going to do a bit of lateral work and work on our glute med, glute min, and work through the transverse and frontal planes.
This stuff is ideal as well for anyone playing sport, rugby, any sort of running exercises. You need to have strength in your posterior chain, you need to work on your glutes because they stabilise everything, hamstrings as well. You know, a lot of people just miss that stuff out. Everyone wants to do the squats, everyone wants to have big quads, but forget about the posterior chain. Next exercise after that?
Next exercise after that, we're going to take the resistance band we have and we're going to do a little bit of shoulder work. Once again, we don't have equipment here, so we're using a resistance band, a bit of tubing. We're going to stand on that, we're going to do some shoulder press work, and we're going to superset that with a lateral raise to really burn out those shoulders.
So basically you're saying that all you need is a flat surface, a little rubber band, a band with two handles on it, and you've got the perfect workout.
And a willing participant.
And a willing participant, that's me. That's me. And you don't need a gym membership, you don't need any of that stuff.
You don't need a gym membership. All you need is a little bit of intention, understand a little bit more about resistance, get out there and get into it.
Okay, listen, if you enjoyed this video, then what you need to do, you need to subscribe. Obviously I rate myself, you can see that I'm wearing a wife beater in the middle of the street. Travis really rates himself, I don't know why, because he doesn't have any hair on his lid. If you liked us, give us a banter thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down, we will come and find you. Please ask us some questions. Resistance training, or an RTS specialist, is a really interesting thing. It sits outside what we perceive as normal, but it's an amazing set of training routines, and it's something that people need to bring in more. You know, everyone tries to achieve this time under tension, everyone tries to achieve resistance, but don't always do it right. So send us your questions in, we will answer you.